Break out your pads, pens, pencils, and possibly markers. Possibly, because you're going to have to finish the work. And welcome to episode 5 of the Drawing Pad right here on YouTube. And ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely want to apologize because it's been 7 to 8 weeks of me going radio silent with my fans, and I have been barely out there selling my work and everything. And before we begin, I got me a new pair of glasses. These are my spare pair, but they're going to be my main pair because my the regular ones you see me wear, it's like since 2014. I got those in November of 2014, and they're old, but they were fixed by. Yeah, it's Sunday. The NFL's going on, and I got, first of all, the Giants. Forget the Giants; they're done. I'm Jimmy. Excuse me. I'm Jimmy the Greek in this. Yeah. I forget the Giants. I'm mad at Jackson Dart. He made a stupid comment, and he needs to get hit. He needs his head rearranged. So I'm hoping, because of his comment, I'm not going to get into this. I'm just going to say this. Because of his comment, I hope we get a new quarterback other than him. He's doing nothing. Now, first and foremost, I want to get on board. Now, if you saw my short from YouTube last Friday, not this past Friday, the previous one, I told you I was going to bring in a new, how do you call it? A new episode. It was supposed to be last Friday, and I wasn't able to deliver it because I was finishing Christmas shopping, and of course, and also happy holidays to all of you. Merry Christmas. I was literally trying to finish shopping. I just got paid, and of course, I was straightening out my situations with, of course, car payments and all that. Car payments from a previous car. Eventually, that is another issue I got to deal with because it's stuck at my mechanic's shop, and I want to have that towed out and brought to a junkyard because it's dead now. But that's neither here nor there. But that's what's been going on because I've been getting a new car, and the reason why I did not post anything is because, A, I'm working on my artwork as well as my comic. Eventually, phase 1 of the tracing for the panels is almost done. Now, the next thing is to insert the word bubbles. That's phase 2. Phase 3 is to... there's 4 phases. Phase 1, the tracing of the panels. Phase 2, the word bubbling. Phase 3, the outlining of the characters, line depth. And phase 4, the finalization, the coloring. So, for what I understand, of course, I knew one thing and one thing only, that this was going to be a long project because it's my first one. Now, shout out to Quimman World Company. They're 2 gentlemen who work together, and they also produce artwork as well. They if you do hear some noise, my mom's watching watching a live stream of a church. We do believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and we've been going to church, but God's got us doing other things. Again, I'm getting off topic. I don't want to do that. From what I understand, okay, they came out with a prologue themselves for their series. This thing was only 7 pages. And I'm like thinking, man, I could have taken ideas from you. But then again, my series is like bombastic because it begins, spoiler, in a wrestling event. Okay? And I'm not going to go into details. This was 25 pages long. And I have to say that it took a long time for me to finish. It really took a long. It's going on 2 years now since I first started, and yeah, I mean, really, in all actuality, I have to say that this is a labor of love. I don't mind going forever on this, but it will be released, and I will have it ready. But yeah, I I don't know, but I might have to go into the kitchen. So give me 1 second. Right now, I'll be back. Yeah, I had to go take out some fries. That's for my mom. Yeah, so of course, I want to get into the fact that I'm going to come in with some old news from October, and I know it's December, and we're just what? How many days away from Christmas? We're 3 days away from Christmas, and really, to be truthful and honest, it flew by. These weeks flew by, really. The wait. Well, we had Thanksgiving, and of course, I lost my car. I don't want to stay on this subject. I lost the Jeep Patriot back in late October, going into Halloween, and it was a neglection, but it was a necessary neglection, because the thing about it was, I wanted the Patriot, but I really didn't want it because it didn't meet my standards much. And the car I have now, up to date, boy. It has everything: power door locks, power windows, power steering. And of course, infotainment, the little screen. Satellite radio, Sirius XM, the works. And I'm happy with this car. 2016 Hyundai Elantra, beautiful. That and two, it has I'm able to pack up all my art stuff in the trunk, and it is just gorgeous. But I just remembered the topic I was supposed to be talking about. Going off topic again. Excuse me. I hope you guys didn't hear that. My mom is calling me. Okay, I'm gonna try and finish this video quickly because, okay, right now I'm going to be interrupted, but anyways, I was talking about the subject. Let's see. Worm and Quill Company, they came out with their prologue, which was 7 pages long. But the difference between my PMC series and their series is that it starts on an inclusion of a certain woman who has something in her body that the U.S. government wants, as well as every organization around the world, every terrorist faction or every PMC faction, to make duplicates to inject into bodies of soldiers to make them super strong and able to, fight and jump and all that, whatever. But that's why it was 25 pages long. So I got to deal with it, and I'm happy to deal with it because I love dealing with it. But only thing is, it's like tracing is like a little bit hard because sometimes the lines get off of the main lines, and it's like I got to readjust and all that. But it's okay. I'm happy to work with something like that. But nonetheless, going back to the car situation, yeah, I mean, I have a Hyundai Elantra, so now I'm back on the road and I'm looking good I'm looking good at it. So, but the recap for Horror Fest. First, I was at Strange Adventures before I went to Horror Fest. In the first week of October, I was able to do a live drawing for a customer. Paid me the money, $30, because it was just a sketch. He said, anything I can do. I said I give him a Disney character. I did one of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. I I am I was able to do it in 30 minutes. And the customer kind of had me, let me know, oh, you're on the clock, because we got to get out of here. He's like, we got to go to other places, so, try and be quick a bit about it if you can. So it took me 30 minutes. I saw that they were there chilling, sitting at the sofa, just looking at the cell phones. And by the time I was done, they were happy with it. They loved it. Bingo. Yeah, and right after that, I went to Horror Fest at I think it was the Tempe DoubleTree Hilton. That's another hotel that's similar to the DoubleTree in Mesa, the one that I went to for what is it? What is it? Critical Hit. That's a gaming con. Now, when I went into this place, it was like, ho hum, it's about horror movies, da 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 da. And bro, no, first and foremost, my boy Latif Curry said, yo, go check out this show. And I'm like, no, I don't know that show. Well, he over there. But they had celebrities over there, and there was nobody I knew. Until I met one man, or two men. Now, if you follow my Instagram, as well as my Facebook, I already know what I'm talking about. And I got evidence of it right here. Oh, I knew it's upside down. This is Byron Brown. He starred in certain movies, but my thing was, I never seen any of them. And I know what you're thinking. Chris, what is wrong with you? Why don't you watch movies? Look, all I know is that Hollywood isn't what it used to be back in the day. And it's going to take a lot to make a great movie to impress me. The only movie I was able to see him in, and I said it on Instagram, if you watch the first 3 minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine, he's one of the soldiers that was sent by the agency to capture Deadpool. And Deadpool uses Wolverine's adamantium skeleton to kill him. He's there for only, 4 seconds? And he's gone. Byron Brown. This cat is so awesome. He pulled me, and shout out to you, DeMar. DeMar, who's also an artist, look up his work. I gotta get his Instagram, and I'll also plug him. This way you can follow him. The thing about it was, he pulled me and DeMar aside, and he gave us free autographs, free 8x7, 8x10s, and all that. I was like, he was so chill. I love this guy. He also did work for EA Sports Big. If you remember EA Sports Big, they used to do the street versions of NFL, FIFA, and of course NBA. He was on NBA Ballers. He was one of the motion capture actors. Stand-up guy. I told him, because he asked me for a free commission of Harley Quinn, and it's a 5x7. He wants the how do you call it, the jester outfit Harley Quinn, and I'm gonna get to work on that as soon as possible and save it for my boy. But I'm gonna have to safekeep it because I'm going to be back there. I'm going to be back at Horrorfest in October of 2026, and hopefully I'll run into him. But stand-up guy, so he was up for photo ops with me, selfies and everything. But it only got better when I ran into another actor. Now, he's been doing new work, but I haven't come across it. Julian Richings. I already explained. Look my Instagram up. I already explained it to you. He was the chief counselor in Man of Steel when he sentenced Zod. There you go. That's all. Because when Latique brought back the 8x10, I saw his picture and I immediately recognized. I said, "Oh my God," you know what I mean? And it was a wrap. But all I knew was that it was just insane. It was insane. I told him how much of a fan I was of his, and he gave Zod what he deserved in the movie, and all like, yeah, you're awesome, blah blah blah. Right now, these celebrities charge money for autographs and selfies. $40 for a selfie, $20 for an autograph. Well, he saw my face, right? Because I did have money. The only thing was I didn't want to spend it all in one place. And I was about to walk away and I had my head down and God told him, "Yo, do him a favor." He said, "Hey, come on. He got my phone, had one of his assistants take the picture of us. Done. I was happy. A happy camper. Oh my God. Best day ever. Best day ever. But all I know was that I was on cloud 9 after that. Cloud 9. And I can't wait to come back again next year. I really can't. But I probably, if I was to set up there, I probably would not luck. I would luck out, but I probably wouldn't be able to set up because probably the setup fees are a lot. But yeah. All I know is that a lot has been there was a lot going on, this past year. This was a crazy, crazy year, with the exception of my car dying and me getting a new car. That's a plus. That's a blessing. But yeah, I mean, 2025 was insane, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I enjoyed it. And here's the 2026. This could be the last episode of the Drawing Pad on YouTube before we get out. But yeah, it was just a blast. Also met the child from the guy who played the kid from the family that was in Poltergeist. If you remember that movie, if you know, you know. I met him. Me and him had a talk, and it was just awesome. But yeah, it was just, I love Horrorfest. They got celebrities over there, people that, I'm praying to God that I probably run into a member of the cast of Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. The one who played Nancy, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, I know of those shows. I know movies, Friday the 13th, But yeah, so real quick before I get out of here, I haven't covered everything, but I'm restarting the holiday sale. That's coming up this coming Saturday. And of course, I'll be at Strange Adventures if you're in the Valley, Tempe Marketplace. Come on down, say hello. 5% off of everything, 5x10s. Even my Superman Man of Steel comic, blank. As well as all the, even the $10 portfolio prints, $5 off. You'll be paying $5. Well, you can't beat that. But nonetheless, Shout out to all my friends. Chris Garrett, love you, buddy. Hopefully you get a car too. Javito, don't know where you at. I heard from you, but we haven't seen you. What's good? Holler at me. Would love to hear from you. But yeah, that is it for an episode of please excuse my iPad. I mean my tablet. An episode of the drawing pad. Of course, episode 6 will probably come in next year, January next year or so. I have to look at what I'm doing, to develop an episode, because I always had this written rule. When I come up with a new print, I always come out with Comics Attractions to showcase the new print and everything. But obviously, for YouTube, I have to. There's always that rule of YouTube, and that is, you gotta put out videos. You gotta put out videos. You gotta put out videos. You gotta put out. This way, people will follow you and everything. This is what I'm trying to do. It's like a monthly thing, or every two weeks or whatever. I don't know. But episode 6 is definitely coming out next month, or maybe before, on New Year's Day. I don't know. Or New Year's, the day after New Year's. I don't know. But thank you for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe. And I'm not looking for an abundance of instant subscribers, but this is my beginning. This is the first year of the drawing pad. So if you can, subscribe. If you can't, I understand. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and as well as TikTok with Chris at Chris Kama Illustrations at either TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you and seeing you, and hopefully you will be following me on those platforms. That is it. And for myself, I am Chris Kama of Chris Kama Illustrations, CEO. And I'll see you on episode 6. Love you all. Draw everything and leave.